Every gambler's got that one story that changed their life on how they see risk. For some people, it's the night that they won big. And for other people, it's the night that they lost everything.
And either way, the moment you realize that gambling is not about money, it's about consistency and control. And that's exactly when you find out who you really are.
And that's exactly what this show's about. The highs, the heartbreaks, the losses. It's actually coming from the lens of people who really live this.
Because at the end of the day, life's a gamble.
So how did we get here? Man, I was gambling when I was young, bro. Like, I started off about 4th, 5th grade, bro. I was rolling dice in the hallways. I was trying to flip some cheese no matter how it was. It didn't matter how I played it, bro. I had to get some money. And if I were to do something for free, I'm not even the type to really go crazy. But if we put some money on it, I'm telling you, I'm going to beat you in anything. I'm just competitive. And I think gambling really got me into that, bro. So when I figured out about sports betting, bro, I was too addicted because I know about sports like the back of my hand, bro. I hoop. I really been doing that growing up in Philly, bro. That's all we do is hoop. We only play sports. We like the best city ever to do sports. Hold up. We're the best city ever to do sports. Gangsta. But like...
Better than New York?
Word too, bro. We better than New York, bro. You tweak.
Yo, out here running mean Vegas in Philly.
Man, gangsta, bro.
At 15.
Wait, what you mean that y'all better than us in what?
Better in gambling in general.
No, you're not better than us in gambling, bro. I want to stay on the point of what you talked about with that whole like better in sports thing. What do you mean? What sport are y'all better than us in? Boxing? No. Basketball? No. Y'all don't got better football players? What y'all got? Y'all got better than nothing.
Yo, nah. Back to the whole upbringing, right?
All right.
Back to the whole upbringing. We're going to tap on that topic again. We're going to talk about that topic again.
You see how he ducking, right?
Back to the upbringing. He was out here doing mini Vegas at 15. But me, as a sports gambler, right, how the way I came up, I was on my own since I was 18 years old, you know. I got kicked out of my house, you know, because I decided to chase a dream before I chased a degree, right? And when I decided to do that, at a very young age, I had to hustle, I had to grind, I had to get what was mine, right? So I went into the car sales. After car sales, I became a CDL driver. And after CDL driver, I just kept doing side hustles, doing whatever I got to do, right? I ended up taking out all my 401k money.
What?
So you know about 401k, right?
Wait. What do you mean all of it?
All of it. So I had about 20 bands in it.
What'd you do with that?
20 bands in my 401k, right?
You had 20 bands?
20 bands. That was my bankroll.
Bankroll for what? For gambling?
For sports gambling. That's the level I took this shit to.
Wait. So you had $20,000.
$20,000.
How much out of 20? Like out of 20,000, it was you took the whole thing out.
Took the whole shit out. And ended up having to pay taxes on it.
And then you gambled that shit.
Gambled that.
Well, I know you flipped that bitch. How much you get?
I lost it all.
Damn!
I would dab you on that shit. I would dab you up, exactly. I would dab you up.
Yo, you lost the 20 bands.
Lost all of it. Now, this is why I also want to remind niggas, right?
You lost the dub. How you lose a dub? Wait, no. Break it down on how you lose a dub.
So the way I lost it, right? At the end of the day, I didn't know about the industry. Me as a gambler, I thought everything was about parlays.
Okay.
I would end up
was one of them.
I was one of them, and I ended up starting in the NFL season. So NFL Sundays came around.
How much you put on a parlay? 1,000?
So I started with like $100 on a parlay.
Nah, $150
on a parlay, right? Mind you, I was putting like 8 legs, 9 legs.
So you lost. Nigga, you know how many parlays you gotta lose to lose to 20 bands?
This is what I'm saying, right? Now, obviously, I didn't lose it all in one shot.
No, for sure.
Obviously, with time, I ended up losing all the money.
No, for sure.
But with those losses for me provided a lesson, right? One of those lessons were straight betting. And this is why I understood the game, where those losses, losing that 20K, made me understand what the game was really about.
Nah, for sure.
Right? How to flip that money. How to flip your money in terms of straight betting. Reading the lines, doing reverse line movement, understanding how public perception sways these lines, right? That's what got me back up after losing that kind of money.
I ain't gonna lie though. One thing I'm gonna say, and I know I'm laughing at you losing the 20 bands.
Nah,
but like,
real, bro.
no, but on the real though, like, I done lost a lot of cheese before too in this shit. Like, if you don't lose this, like, bro, I used to go to the poppy store, 15, going there, illegal betting, just betting, and all that type of shit. I used to take my money as soon as I get my check. You already know what's going on. You feel me? You gotta think, bro. I ain't really trying to work no 9 to 5. I really don't care for it, right? So I get the check. The first thing I'm thinking is like, damn, I could just make a little plus 100 real quick, and I get my check. Now it's 2 checks in one day.
Exactly.
Then you lose that, John, and then you really sitting there like, damn. Like, so I can relate to that. I ain't lose a dub though, y'all. He's tweaking. But me,
I lost it.
I did lose some cheese. You gotta lose in order to really come up in this shit, because you gotta understand like how to win. So I get that. I can relate to that for sure. But you said something that I really want to tap into. You said something about how now you learn about straight bets, right? Mm-hmm. So what are some methods for the straight bets that you've learned that were able to like take you to where you at now?
All right, so in terms of the straight betting, right? You got to understand what's your motto. You got to have a specific motto in terms of what do you think you're the best at? Meaning that's either over-unders, money lines, spreads, props, PRAs, whatever it is, you got to stick to that one motto. Now, if you stick to that one motto, master that motto, understand how Vegas ends up throwing these trap lines, you will understand where to come in and where to go out, right? So you got to beat the closing line every time. Right?
What's your motto?
My motto is money lines, spreads, first halves. That's what I'm good at. That's my bread and butter, right? All my clients, at the end of the day, that's what I go for. Right now, I'm 20-2.
Oh, you popping it.
Right now, yeah, exactly.
You popping it. That's
We're only
gangsta.
going up. So
that's gangster. I can't lie. You popping
right?
it. You popping it. 20-2. You lost 20 bands, dickhead. What you talking about? You thought I forgot about that 20? No, but on the real, that's fire. So think about it. Like, you started off. So when did you start off sports betting?
I started, where I really started taking sports betting seriously was about 2.5 years ago.
That's when you lost 20,000.
That's when I lost 20,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
You hear how crazy that shit sounds?
That shit sound crazy, but at the end of the day, one thing I would definitely tell everybody is that every loss provides a lesson. And me losing those 20 bands provided a lesson to me in terms of how did I lose that 20 bands, right? And that's something that I would tell everybody. One major gem that I've learned is watch every game you bet on. Watch every game. These commentators will tell you exactly why you lost that game. Now, if you tap into that and you really understand how this sports betting shit works, I'm telling you, you'll be unstoppable.
You know what? You want to know what I think is actually true, though? I think it's better, and this is going to sound crazy when I say this. I think it's better to lose your first sports bet than win. Because this shit be ego. Think about it, bro. Like, because when I was a young boy, when I was betting, and when I was gambling and doing all that shit, I didn't even have to be winning no money. It was for bragging rights and all that, right? You feel me? So I was just trying to get my ego up.
100%.
Bro, when you win your first bet, it's literally 4 words. I told you so. That's 100%. All that you have, bro. You got that I told you so energy. So it's like when you win a bet, it's I told you that shit was, that's everybody's favorite slogan. I told you so. I told you that was, you ain't telling me shit. Shut up. Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, bro, I used to go through that. Like, I used to go through that when I first started betting this shit. And when I was winning, that shit just felt like, yo, I told you that this was going to happen. And you want to feel that feeling that you was right. You know what I'm saying? Because we all probably had like hoop dreams or some type of athletic dreams or something like that. And this is the way that we can kind of live through that shit, you know? So now I'm looking at it like, damn, but if I were to lose, because I talked to people that actually lost their first bet, and I think you get a different perspective. It opens your eyes to this shit is real quicker. It makes you pay more attention quicker. If you go on a run for your first 3 bets, you thinking on cloud 9. You like, yo, I just turned 100 into 4. I turned 400 into 1,200. Oh, I'm putting 1,000 on the game. I got 3. You winning too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Once you start winning too quick, you don't even know that this is a game. And you got to understand that this is actually, and you're going to lose. One thing that you can count for in this sports betting shit, you're going to lose.
100%.
Like, that is something that's undeniable. And 100%. I feel like a lot of people think that when they get into this, it's all about like, I'm going to take the dub. 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 Not understanding that losing is a part of this game.
100%. And one thing I also want to tap into that is, of course, we are going to lose. As sports bettors, we're going to lose. You know, Vegas is always going to get their time at some point. It's always going to happen. I can go on a 22 run right now, and everything's going fine. I'm going on a run, and eventually that loss is going to come, right? And that's why I want to bring back the whole control and consistency thing, right? I appreciate you.
For sure.
Control and consistency, right? You control your units. At the end of the day, that's the number one most important thing in sports betting.
I'm glad you brought up units. So let's talk about that.
Yep.
Let's talk about controlling your units. Let's talk about what does that actually mean. So for people that don't know what a unit is, describe that. What is that?
A unit is how much you're betting on one bet. So say if you're straight betting, right?
Yeah.
That's how much you're putting on one bet, one straight bet, right?
If you're for a dummy. I'm sorry. But if you don't know nothing about this, you're dumb. It's okay. You're ignorant. Let me make it a little bit sophisticated. For somebody that doesn't even know what a straight bet is, that's just like one pick.
Oh, yeah. A straight bet is one pick.
Okay, cool.
One bet. So say if LA Lakers and Toronto is playing today, right?
Uh-huh.
Toronto, you're betting Toronto to win money line.
Okay.
That's that one straight bet.
Okay. And then now let's go into the unit.
Right? So let's say I put a unit on that, meaning that a unit. Now, let's not confuse it now, right? Your bankroll is how much you're betting for the day.
Yep.
Right? That's how much you're going to bet for the day. That's how much you have money to bet with, right? But that's not your unit size. The unit size is betting.
It's a percentage.
It's a percentage of your bankroll.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I think that's something that's really key when we start talking about units and stuff, right? Everybody's unit size is different. You don't judge your unit size on other people's unit size because that's where a lot of problems come in. You'll see a sports bettor, right? That's online and they're like, yo, I put 10 units on this and that's $10,000. Yep. You don't have $10,000.
Exactly.
That is not your unit size. So don't think about this. Unit size are subjective to people. And I think that a lot of people don't understand that. You know what I mean? I feel like people think that, oh, well, he put 5,000 on it, so I'm going to put 5,000 on it. But you don't know what he has in his bank account. 5,000 to him could be like $5 to you, you know?
Exactly.
And just like, you know, the story where as somebody that gives out picks, somebody will put all their units on one pick because you did that.
Yep.
And then that's when they won't listen to the unit size. They'll listen to your dollar amount. And they'll ignore your unit size. People just love to see the money and they got to pay attention.
And I'll be honest with you, bro. If you got $50 and that's your unit size, man, fuck around and bet with those $50, bro.
Yeah.
You bet with those figures. You flip that to 100, from 100 to 150, 150 to 200. And eventually, I'm telling you, that money's going to flip and that money's going to make itself.
Gangsta.
Right? Because what we don't want to do is, at the end of the day, over bet, right? So you go over your units, right? Because sometimes, yeah, you might lose all your money because, again, we all lose in this industry. But you don't want to
You heard that, though, right? We all lose.
We all lose.
Everybody is going to lose in this industry, bro. It don't matter what capper you see on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the guy that says, oh, I'm 99-1 and all that shit, bro, he loses too. I'm letting you know now. I know them for real. You understand what I'm saying? I know them for real. Like in real life. They capping, bro. A lot of these people is cap, bro. They all take losses. We all take losses. You want to know how I know we all take losses? Because there's certain things that you can't predict.
Whatever capper is talking about, he don't take L's, he's lying.
I would never buy their picks. I would never buy their picks. If there's anybody that I would never buy picks from, is somebody that's going to tell you that they don't lose. Because if you really real in this industry, you lose.
100%.
It's all about the bounce back. Now, if you ask, I'm not telling you neither. But at the same time, bro, there are people that are really out here talking this I don't lose thing. And I don't understand it because it's like, you are going to lose. You have to lose because Vegas do things that you literally can't even predict.
Yep.
They take people out. There's injuries. There's different things that you didn't even have no control over. So for you to say you've never lost and all that, you capping.
Yeah.
I know you capping.
100%.
And if you believe that, you're dumb. I'm being for I'm being for real though.
You gotta lick again to him, y'all.
Whoa,
lick again to him, y'all.
Yo, you blaming the liquor, bro? Nah, that's crazy, bro. I'm keeping it real. How the liquor get to me? You almost done your bottle too.
Yo, chill.
That's how you lost that 20,000 drinking all that goddamn liquor on them damn pigs. But nah, on the real though. So
but let's talk about the upbringing.
No, what about it?
When you start taking sports betting serious?
I took sports betting serious when I was about 18.
18 years old?
When I was 18. When I was 18, that's when I knew that I was really going to start making this my life.
Okay.
Once I started making content, and then I got into the realm of like sports, and I started going and I started doing in 2021. That's when I was 21. So I guess you could say, let's just say 21. I'll say 21 is when I took it ultra serious. But 18 is when I started making money in sports betting.
Okay.
Because now I actually can gamble. Well, I wasn't able to gamble on the books, but I was able to gamble with my cousin. I was using my cousin's books and all that stuff. And I was using his FanDuel and all that. And I was starting to make profit. Now I'm starting to get cash coming in. And I'm starting to really understand this, right? I'm taking it for real. By 21, I'm in the industry actually getting paid for this now. And what I realized was why I love it so much is because I don't know. It's like the stock market, I'd say. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like for me, I take this so serious because I know so much about it. You know what I'm saying? I never been one to really care about school. In school, I had a 0.7 GPA. I didn't really care. I was making money selling snacks. I was always a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And that goes into why this is life's a gamble, bro, because you got to always bet on yourself. I didn't go to college. I chalked that joke. I said, I only want to.
I love that you say that because I want to remind everybody. Remember this if you guys don't remember anything else. You guys are not defined by a GPA. You guys are not defined by what these test scores says in school. You know, for me, school or whatever university you decide to go to, again, all those things, beautiful things. Education is a very beautiful thing. You know, we need doctors, we need lawyers, we need, all these different professions. But you are not defined by your GPA. If you believe school is not for you, there's other alternatives, right? You saying you found sports betting at a very young age, right? And that goes for anybody else. You know, whatever you have beliefs in, whatever your dreams are, those dreams could be obtained. Nothing's unreachable, right? You just gotta put the work in, strive and belief, in what you want to do.
And I think what's crazy is, bro, we in 2025, bro. You gotta think, bro. Literally, you can get paid to do anything.
Anything.
Yo, it's so crazy the type of world we live in now, bro. Girls get paid millions of dollars for selling pictures of their toes. Yo, bulls is getting rich.
You almost made me spit this shit out.
Yo, bro, no, I'm being honest. Yo, no, I'm lying. I'm lying?
Dog, you're not even lying.
No, I know a nigga that paid $40
though.
for some feet pics. I said, no, you're wild.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I said, no, that's crazy. I said, what are you doing?
Nah, that's
Yo, bro, people are actually like making money in ways that don't even make sense, bro. So for people to think that sports betting isn't a real life job and people can't make no money in that,
100%.
bro, you are crazy. There's people that really are actually making money in this situation. And now, do I suggest it for everybody? No. To be honest with you, I really think this is an industry to where you should be able to have fun. I think you should take this as like fun. I think this is better than betting at the casino. For sure. I think you have a way higher chance of winning if you know what you're doing, a way higher chance of winning on the sports books than you have in a casino.
100%.
Because you can actually control some of the stuff that's happening.
Unless you count cards.
Unless you like Mickey Mace and you can really get to it. But like the average person can't do that.
But we're talking about the average person.
The average person can't do that. But the average person can be like, you know what, this team is way better than this team. Let me take.
I would 100% bet on sports betting than, let's say, I'll bet on the stock market. I'll buy stock on the LA Lakers, knowing what team they're going to be facing, what are their offensive schemes, what are their defensive schemes on the opposing team, who are their coach on the opposing team, and bet on the LA stock, right? And win on that before I bet and put my money on Apple or whatever, not knowing what's the operation behind it, who works in that company, who's running that stock. 100%. 100%.
So let me test that theory a little bit. So you got $1,000.
I got $1,000.
Bitcoin.
Money.
You want a Bitcoin? Or you want to buy some Bitcoin, or you want to play a parlay?
Play it. Not a parlay, bro.
Or a straight bet?
Or a straight bet.
All right.
Straight bet.
Let me ask you another question. You said something about Apple. So you can get 200 Apple stock. Or you can get a parlay or a pick for the night.
Again, don't get me wrong.
I'm just trying to test how far you want to go with this shit.
Again, stocks are cool. If you know what you're doing, you know what's going on, you got inside information, whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm going to choose between sports betting and stocks,
but this is what
sports
you know,
betting
though.
is my stock market.
That's your stock market. And this is why I would like to say this, right? When it comes to this life's a gamble thing, don't just take the sports betting angle and then think it's like, oh, you have to do sports betting. No. Take whatever angle you got going on and amplify that, right? So if you have stocks, if that's your thing and you know like, yo, this stock gonna go up tomorrow and I'm gonna be able to make X amount by this time and all that stuff, bro, do that. You feel me?
100%.
Do that and stay in that, because I think that is what's going to be able to carry you to the next level of life. So what you got to say, man? We got to end this off, right? How you going to end this off, bro? What you got to say to the people?
Well, there's two people I want to thank. And those two people are my parents, right? I want to thank my parents for showing me exactly what real sacrifice looked like. Never had any praise, right? Two parents that came from the Caribbean came with nothing at a very young age. Had nothing, right? They showed me what real sacrifice and love really was. You know, no praise, no spotlight, just sacrifice, just showing me exactly what everything was supposed to be at its purest form, at its realest form, right? So mom and dad, thank you. Because you guys are the reason why I'm here. You guys are the reason why I work hard and I dedicate myself to everything that I do, right? Thank you. And that's how I want to wrap things up.
Bam. Okay, I got you. And now that you're a part of RFB, you know what I'm saying? You're the first other handicapper signed. Like, what do you got to say about that? Like, how does that make you feel? Like, talk to him a little bit about that.
Man, I feel blessed, right? I've been working my ass off for years for this. Been studying the game. Been putting, just nights that I went without sleeping, just studying the lines, studying these games, and for be able to be part of a team in a corporation that really understands what it is that I am trying to put out in the world. It's an honor, man. It's really an honor. It's really an honor to be part of a team and part of a group that understands my vision.
Man, you're a part of the game. Let me teach you to shake. You know what I'm saying? No, it's like this, it's like this. So it's like this, bam. It's like bam, bam. It's like this, bam. Simple.
Yeah, I already know.
You're part of the game. I'm telling you right now.
That's it.
There's two people that I like to thank as
RFB
well.
for life.
You know what I'm saying? Since you want to end it all sentimental and shit.
I'm a sentimental ass nigga.
Yeah, Drake ass nigga. I like to thank my mama. You know what I'm saying? She always held it down for me. You know what I'm saying? She always made sure that I was straight. She always made sure everything was good. You know, even when things wasn't good, she made sure that she played that role that it was good. And she played the father figure. And I like to thank FanDuel, because I've been fucking y'all up. You heard me? Life's a Gamble, episode 1. Let's get to it. I love y'all, man. Episode 2, we're going to teach y'all everything. We're going to go into a deeper dive, bro. Now that you guys are getting the understanding of what we got going on, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. We're going to teach y'all how to really become sports bettors and still be able to break down to you guys how you guys can make money out of this without being stupid. You know what I'm saying? Me and my bro Mills is going to get to it. Welcome to
100%.
R&B, my boy. Let's try. Hey. You heard?
You already know.
Life's a gamble, you heard?
Life's a gamble. Remember that.